apply this MVC architecture pattern for the simple drawing program. So to apply the MVC architecture pattern to the process of designing a simple program for this drawing program that allows us to create and label figures. We are going to create a drawing program and also we are going to label the figures. The purpose behind this exercise is twofold. I have two steps to be discussed here. First step, to demonstrate how to design with the architecture in mind. Before I execute, first I will plan. Second step, to understand how the MVC architecture pattern is employed. How is it you are going to employ now? The first step, these are the steps to be followed. Step 1 in the first category, designing with the architecture in mind requires to start with a high-level decomposition. First thing we have already studied now, cohesion is required, decoupling is required. So first I am going to decompose the responsibilities. I will divide the responsibilities across the subsystems. This is the responsibility of the view block, this is the responsibility for the model block, so on. The subsystems are specified to the architecture. In this architecture, we have MVC. Same way, same type of architecture, if you want to go for extension, based on that, you are going to identify the number of the subsystems. So the designer gets to decide which classes to create based on the number of blocks. Here, model view architecture means I have only 3 classes to be created. So based on the requirement, you are going to create the number of classes for each subsystem, but the responsibilities associated with these classes must be consistent with the purpose of the subsystem. But the responsibilities you should not restrict. It should be consistent. You should be able to change. So that is the purpose of the subsystem. To understand how the MVC architecture is employed, the first step here, architecture should be followed strictly. Whatever you have designed, you should follow the same pattern. We'll try to have 3 clearly delineated subsystem parts. So in this example, we have 3 subsystems. What are the model, view, and controller? So later on, we will explore and discuss variations on this thing. That's what, you can reuse this for the extension, and since the design begins with the process of collecting requirements. So based on the requirement, you can change. Fine? These are flexible. Next, see here, we have to talk about requirements now. So what are the requirements? Specifying the requirements now. Our initial wish list calls for software that can do the following. I have 4 initial requirements. For future, I will go and add. But initially, these are minimum requirements I need to consider. First thing, for the given drawing program problem, I need to draw the lines and circles. I may come across lines and circles. Then, you can place labels at various points on the figure. Correct now? So, the labels are strings. You can use some strings as a label. A separate command allows the user to select the font and font size. So when you perform these operations, user can select any required font size. Save the completed figure to a file. Whatever you have finished drawing now, that you can save it. You can open a file containing a figure and you can also edit it. So that is the third step. These are the minimum requirements that the user is requesting to satisfy. So backtrack our drawing process by undoing reset operation. You would have used now. When you prepare PPTs also, you might be having knowledge of this. How is that you are going to redo or whatever, undo, redo, whatever operations we come across. So initially these are the minimum 4 requirements. Later we can go on updating based on the operation what you want to, user wants to perform it. So the software will have a simple frame with a display panel. So there should be a display panel on which the figure will be displayed. And a command panel should be there where the buttons are to be present. So with the help of the buttons, user can interact. So there will be a button for each operation. What are the operations you can take? There in this example, we are labeled like draw line. Then we have draw circle. Sometimes add label, etc. You can delete also. So which are the operations minimum we need? We can add, go on adding. The system will listen to the mouse clicks, which will be employed by the user to specify points on the display panel. So how is that user will interact with your system? So he will send the request with the help of the mouse clicks. Here mouse is used as the input device. So the display panel will have a crosshair cursor for specifying points and an underscore for showing the character insertion point for letters. So this is what is that? Syntax. This is a specification. How this is going to be done. There is a syntax that there is an underscore for showing the character insertion point for labels. So the default cursor will be on an arrow. See, for example, now also you can see this arrow. So the cursor changes when an operation is selected from the command menu. So there is a command menu through which, with the help of the cursor, you can change the operation. When an operation is completed, the cursor goes back to the default state. Once you finish doing the operation, the cursor will go back to the initial default state. Next one, to draw a line, what actually the user does, the user will specify the endpoints of the line. You have to first decide the endpoints of the line with the help of mouse clicks. Then you can draw the circle also. How is that user will do? User will specify two diametrically opposite points. For the circle, he has to diametrically represent opposite points on the perimeter. Because you know, line, concept of line, you know, concept of circle, you know. So for convenient reference, the center of each circle will be marked with a black square. So in order to have a better understanding, you can go for a black square at the center. So this is for drawing the circle. To create